Spyro 2 Reignited. Today we are viewing the final cutscene before we do Summer Forest. There we go, because I never ever watched that one. Oh my gosh, it actually works. Okay, let me change it back to, we've got all the different characters here. Oh, he falls, right, for Bentley, and there's Spyro, yay. All right, because this is a PC version Let's Play, that means I get to have a lot of fun doing all this kind of weird stuff. You'll see I've taken the Cyrides mod off just because I want to show what the classic mod looks like with just the normal body, and I'm going to be switching through, like I'm going to be going to all different kinds of mods and stuff like that. Anyway, weird start behind me now in the rear view mirror. Today we are playing Summer Forest, or rather some parts of Summer Forest. We cannot 100% this in the first go, as you know. I mean, technically I could complete it in one go because of, you know, being able to play as Sergeant Bird with that mod, but you know, we're not going to do that this time. We will play the game as legit as possible, and then I'll sort of have fun later on, you know, when I've like fully completed levels and stuff like that.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here.
Yes, there are.
Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
I sip my coffee while I listen to Alora tell us, you know, all that kind of interesting stuff, really. It's just fascinating. It's just fascinating. I never would have guessed, Alora, never would have guessed. But we're down here in Summer Forest, and look, this level, this Summer Forest, like if I'm sort of comparing it to the original, I think it definitely, I think it does a good job overall, feeling like the classic Summer Forest for the most part. They took some design liberties. By the way, I'm just gonna really quickly, I'm gonna put the music to the new Reignited just so people can hear. It's basically the same track. I think, yeah, basically I believe it's the same track. The thing is, and that's because, and I've talked about this before in the original Spyro 2 LP, but it is literally all of the tracks, the Summer Forest, Winter Tundra, Autumn Plains, all those tracks are actually just soundscapes from Distorted Reality 2, which is a sample pack created by, was it Spectrasonic? Yeah, and basically, yeah, they were just created. And it's honestly like, the guy that designed, I forgot his name, JP8K here, he remembers his name, because he's a big fan of it. Yeah, like basically, oh my gosh, I've still got this mod on. Oh no.
Hey Spyro, you look like you're pretty agile.
Yes,
Try putting it
I
to a test.
do.
See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button and hold it down.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys, this is just a...
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press the jump button, then press jump again.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry guys. This is like simultaneously this is a classic LP right here. Classic unprofessionalism, but you know what? I have no problem with it. I think it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, anyway, the guy that did all those sounds is just an absolute genius.
Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover.
Interesting. If I don't, I'm going to do this right. I'm just going to try it. I'm actually not going to press forward. What will happen? Yeah, okay. You won't make it. You have to push forward.
Athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
Thank you, Shaggy. Friend of Scooby. I am effectively Scooby. There is a Scooby mod where you can play as Scooby. I will change that for any future parts. As you can see, a fantastic character, just beautiful. Alright, let's have a look at this. So basically they decided to make these kind of like water puddles on each bit of the platform, which I think actually kind of looks, I think it kind of looks pretty cool actually, to be honest. Let's get that. I reckon that's a nice little thumbnail there. Yeah, that's cool. I dig it. But yeah, so what we need to do is oh yeah, and that's right. We can't even, like, we can barely do this part. This is going to have to be split into like 3 parts because we can't even swim. We're not even going to be able to have enough to swim unless that's where we cheated a bit. I think that's what we do, guys. We be a bit bad. We do the wrong thing. We might be close. No, we're not. I don't think. Yeah, I think you literally, because this will give you. Yeah, that's just a 5er. That means that, yeah, we can't do this legitimately. I think, considering I've literally done the LP and I've got Shaggy from the Scooby-Doo series in this, I feel like it is a fair enough thing to simply switch on over to Sergeant Bird. And we will go and collect some more gems and then just go do it like that. Because otherwise this part will be like, there'll be like three parts to it. And that's just, to me, I think that's a little bit overkill. I think you have the first one here where we get as much as we can. And then we have the second one. This is interesting. That doesn't actually work. That's not triggered as an attack. Like, that's the thing, that this sort of thing is kind of buggy because it doesn't quite work in the normal way. Is that also Sparks not picking up? Oh no, Sparks is picking up. Cool. Alright, there we go, and we are done. Alright, we will not talk about this part of the level. Oh, that's really cool. Oh no. Can't get out. Uh-oh. Alright, let's just head back. Oh. No, my name's not Spyro, mate. But yeah. Okay, so what about if we switch to... Let's try... No, doesn't count either. Nah. Nope. Interesting. Only this attack works. Alright, now... Oh, hold on. How am I going to get out of here? Have I possibly just locked myself in? That's the real question. If I can't... If they're like... Yeah, oh crap. Okay. Oh, I think I know what to do. I've just got to go up and around here. But yeah, no, Summer Forest is a lovely level overall. I think that, yeah, as I said, I think they did a good job, but it's not one of my favorites in Reignited. Like, it's a decent level overall, but it's not my favorite. Let's see. I do kind of like the architecture though overall. Like, it does, in fairness, feel a bit different to what they do in other levels. Like, for example, and I love the trees and stuff like that, and you kind of see trees like that come back in Zephyr. Really, the biggest fault of Reignited, I'd say, from like a design perspective, is that a lot of the levels like sort of feel the same. This one, though, overall, I'd say doesn't. I'd say that there aren't many levels that look like Summer Forest at all in Reignited Trilogy. Whereas, like, you know, when you get like the cobblestone done over and over again, that's where to me, that kind of falters a bit. Anyway.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee.
What if I say no thanks?
Okay, you don't have to learn to swim yet, but you won't get far in Avalar until you do. Hello there, Spyro.
Hello there.
Great. Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge.
That's right. Technically, there is no such thing as a charge button, really. Technically, it's the X button, but you know what? Multi-plat, am I right, fellas? I've already run that one into the ground. But yeah, here's the swimming with the kind of ugly filter. Again, we can turn that off. I might do that in another part where we turn the filter off and just make it look a bit more normal. So I do think it kind of looks a little bit tacky, like, in comparison. Like, it just, I don't know, it's just a bit too much, basically. This game had a lot of effects in it that were kind of, I think, sort of stopgaps, you know, because they didn't have time to like really master it. For example, like some of the color tone issues where they just like put a filter over the entire level, and it did not look that great. Like, overall, like High Caves is a great example. Like, in those caves, it kind of looks weird. Again, I will try and show an example from Spyro 2 in a part as well, because I think that the thing is, like, you know, as we've talked about, I've talked about this before, but you know, I've done these Spyro games for years, the original games, and now Reignited. It's like, I think it's fun to kind of play things weird like this, you know, and kind of just do weird mods and stuff like that, because I think it's like the natural progression of like a YouTuber as well, because I think that you can't just play the same game, you know, over and over again and do the exact same thing. I think mods really do like breathe a nice, I don't know, a bit of variety into the game. Anyway, I really do like the addition of these like sort of lantern things hanging on the trees. It actually reminds me, for some reason, I don't know why, it reminds me of like the precursors, you know, like Jack and Daxter. For some reason, it literally, like, I don't know why, it just reminds me of like kind of the, I don't know, the ovular shape of them, or kind of, it's circular actually. Well, depends, up to interpretation. I'll give that one an oval. That's technically an oval. That's an AFL oval right there. Alright, so anyway, that's pretty much all we can do, apart from, let's go get this orb. Oh, and now, actually, no, we can go back to the starter level. Yes, of course. Of course. Let's get another orb. Our first orb out in the wild. 5. Already 5. No double jump glitch to make your way over there, unfortunately. So, it seems like they put a little bit of a filter over the track. That's what they've done here to make it differentiate from the original, actually. They've kind of given it a bit more of a filter. It kind of like dies out and then it comes back up again. I don't think it does that as much in the original. And that's probably the adaptive music as well. Don't forget that they love to do that. Next level I'll do, I reckon I'm going to give Idle Springs a go. I reckon I'll do that, by the way. Just thinking out loud here. Anyway, we'll go through this beautiful pond here. Man, this is an example of where the classic Spyro color looks perfect. Some levels the lighting looks a bit off and a bit weird, but this one, honestly, perfection. What do they say? Chef's kiss. Okay. These are a bit floaty, aren't they? In comparison, I don't know how they looked in the original. They just felt less floaty. Alright, we'll head down here. Unfortunately, yeah, you know, but double jump takes so much out of the game, like, overall. Like, it takes so much, like, shortcuts out of the game. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just funny, like, playing this normally feels, literally, it just feels bizarre to me. Having to get that legit. Like, I haven't got that legit for years. I've just done the walking double jump like that. Alright, guys, that concludes this. I don't know if that was actually short. I was like, bloody hell, 14 minutes. Taking my time, just messing around. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching though, I hope you enjoyed it. In the next part we're going to do Idle Springs, I'm looking forward to that, getting into the meat and potatoes of the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Goodbye.